little pauses to me, man, that shit sounds so incredible to me. I want to get back to the song. This shit is nasty.
I'm gonna start this back from the beginning. Charismatic frontman can do a lot.
Yeah, boy.
Can do a lot for a band. They can make a band and kill a band.
Nasty though.
That is
nasty.
Wrong to me.
That is nasty.
The riffs and my man Peter Steele's voice.
Really, it's like nails on a chalkboard to me, guys. So, but we're gonna get through it. We're gonna get through it. And it's never mind. Keep it going, George. just keep it going. Check us out on Patreon, guys, where we give you our exclusive access to all of our videos, 186 videos and counting.
Bangers too, though. Bangers. You know, nothing too shabby. I mean, I don't know, like a Led Zeppelin marathon. We got Metallica on there, some Megadeth stuff. You know, I'm just saying, just throwing that out there, man.
What's up, guys? Your boys are back. I'm Ryan, my man George.
Yeah, shout out to the free thinkers. Shout out to everybody rocking with the channel out there, man.
And as always, guys, make sure you like, subscribe, and the notification bell. Make sure it's set to all so you get all our videos as they drop. Up-and-coming artists, man, you know what to do. If you got a full song you would like us to react to, we can definitely get that done for you. Or if you want to be placed in the front of one of our up-and-coming videos, we can get that done as well, man. We'll do about 60 seconds of your song. Let us know. Either way, the information will be down below. We'll get you hooked up, man. So, all right, man. So we are getting back to Sleep Token, man. They got a new album, Even in Arcadia.
Okay, that should be dropping.
And the name of the song is Emergence that we're going to do today.
All right, man. So shout out to Sleep Token. Shout out to everybody that's been trying to get us to do Sleep Token. I'm fascinated by this band because I believe there's a bit of controversy, I think, in the purist metal community about where they fit or if they even are a metal band, right? They do metal. They do, from what I remember, R&B. They do sort of like, I guess they're considered maybe alternative metal. You know, they do, so they're merging a few different sounds, right? Metal, rock, R&B, and they have this sort of unique flavor, man, to them that I really like. I just like them. I just think they sound good. And I feel like if you go into listening to them without worrying about assigning a genre tag to them, and you just say, does this sound good? I don't really see how you can at least enjoy it, or at least think it sounds decent. You know what I mean? Everything we've done from them, from we did The Summoning, we did Ascensionism, we did Granite. All three of them joints I liked, especially The Summoning, though.
That should cut down.
And Ascensionism was crazy too. You know what I mean? So yeah, I like what they have to offer. Sleep Token, Emergence.
Well, you were late in verse, living on a promised word. Well, I am the rose you relinquished again. You and I are down head first in another world. I heard, but I have a feeling we're close to the end. So come on, out from underneath who you were.
Right there. I think that sounds good. I think
vocally is beautiful.
I think that the way he wrote that melody, I like the way he wrote the chorus. I like how the verses sound, but I love the way the chorus sounds. And I'm just thinking, band on a stage, we know nothing about them. They come out and they sound like this. Does that sound good? Don't worry about the genre. Does that sound good if you enjoy music? Yes. And that's kind of where we're coming from, I think, with Sleep Token. If you just like music and you aren't so like tribal with the type of music you like,
got like fixated into this
I gotta like funnel it into this genre tag and just fuck all that, fuck the genre tags. Does it sound good? Yes. It's like he clearly sounds good vocally. The melody was clearly written well, and that's what I've noticed about this band. Let me pull it back a little bit. We'll keep it going, but yeah, so far so good, man.
Arms around me, yeah, go ahead. sapphire and my white glow burst out of my chest and hide out in the vents. My blood beats so alive, my bite right through your lens. It's midnight in my mind, I drowning out the daylight. Godspeed to my enemies to be asking for that call sign. You know the behavior, canines of the savior. Glory to the legion, trauma for the neighbor. Go ahead and wrap your arms around me, arms around me, arms around me. Yeah. Go ahead and wrap your arms around me, arms around me, arms around me. Yeah. Go ahead and wrap your arms around me, arms around me, arms around me. Yeah. Go ahead and wrap your arms around me, arms around me, arms around me. I've got soul blessed for your dead God, space dust for your fuel rods. Dark days for your solstice, dancing through the depths of hellfire on the winds that started from within. My blood beats so alive, my tear right through my skin. So tell me what you meant by living past your half-life and lockstep with the universe and your well-resting afterlife. You know that I'm sanctified by what's below. No matter what you do, no matter where you go, you might be the one to take away the pain and let my mind go quiet. And nothing else is quite the same as how I feel when I'm at your side. Come on, out from underneath who arms around me, arms around me, arms around me.
Trying to front. I don't know what to tell y'all. Can't front on them. Ain't no work in there. Look.
You know, yeah, so much I want to say.
Sleep Token.
You know, man, I enjoyed that a lot, and for a few different reasons. But let me back up, because when the song was being played, I was talking to George. I was like, man, the initial groove before they brought in the guitar work, the second time because there was a couple times there was a break in the music, right, and there was just vocals. The first time that they brought the instrumentation in, I didn't hear a lot. I didn't hear any guitar work. It was just kind of I want to say synthetic, like music and drums and all that kind of stuff. And that reminded me of the Boone Dickens, Polyphia. It reminds me, and for those of you that's seen our Polyphia reactions, y'all would know what Boone Dickens is. But anyway, it reminded me of that, you know. But what's great about Sleep Token is they don't stay in that. Like Polyphia will go, which is why we call it the Boone Dickens, right? And they'll have like a generic groove, like synthetic bass drums and stuff like that, and they just kind of they go off on displaying how well they can play instruments, as opposed to making a good song, in my opinion, you know. And I think that's where Sleep Token kind of takes that to a new level. They still show musicianship, but they do it in a way that is still within a song structure, number one, and number two, they give you different things to appreciate about a genre. Or let's just take genre out, because I know that that's something that George's point he was trying to make. Let's take the genre out and not assign it to a particular genre, right? But one thing I love about them is we talk about creativity on this channel and talk about, you know, kind of pushing the needle, especially when we do our hip hop reactions, and how what's the new sound going to sound like, but still have the DNA and essence of culture in hip hop. Getting back to Sleep Token, I feel like they have the essence and the DNA of rock, metal, some R&B influences, pop, and I think they took that and kind of transcended it a little bit, you know, because it's one thing to be creative and just do shit just to try to be different, and it doesn't come off well. And there's another thing to be creative and push the I don't want to say genre, but push the push music forward. Let's just say that, right? And give you a different sound, but kind of push it forward. They have so many different influences that they're incorporating in their song, and it actually works, in my opinion. I don't think it sounds forced or like just trying to contrive and try to make some shit,
throwing shit at the wall and hoping it sticks.
Yeah, it doesn't sound that way. It sounds very thought out, very methodical, and say, hey, we can put this here, put that there. Even the ending of this sounded beautiful, and I wouldn't have
felt jazzy. I don't know if we mentioned jazz.
Yeah, and I wouldn't have thought to put that in there. You know, but it sounded very good. So I think they do a really good job, man, of composing good music. And it just so happens to be creative is probably the best way to put that. So I enjoyed that, man. And I think that's going to get better as I listen to it. So I'm excited about this project.
I enjoyed yet another one from Sleep Token as well. I'd say the biggest thing that I love about Sleep Token, and this is just my preference for R&B and melody. Like I really love when someone can craft a really good melody. And their melody, how it was written within the verses and in the chorus, like we can go back to it just to kind of refresh our memories here.
Living on a promised word. Well, I am the rose you relinquished again.
That's just written so well. You know what I mean? No. So you can afford, when you have a good melody, a chord, like just in how you wrote your melody in your verses, and of course in the choruses, you can afford to lose me a little bit in the musicianship, and that's what I feel like they do. That melody, the way he sounds, his voice sounds good. The melody captivates you. So when those sort of electronic, mechanical, because that's the thing. I'm not a huge fan of like the new school metal, how mechanical it sounds. It feels like it lacks soul. You know what I mean? It's not as warm as the instruments that we love from like the 80s and even the 90s, even some of the new metal stuff. You know what I mean? So if I had anything that I would say I would love to see from Sleep Token, would be incorporating some of those like 90s, like Pearl Jam, Alice in Chains, you know, tones with this type of melody. That would be out of here. Like the tones that you would hear from Alice in Chains, Pearl Jam with this melody, the way they writing it, that would be amazing to me. And I mean, if there's something like that they've done that exists, please. But I feel like they always feel the need to have a breakdown in it. I don't like love that. I've never really loved that. Do they do it well? Do they pull it off? Absolutely. Do they take a break from it and introduce new sounds and kind of like take the intensity out of it? Yes, they do. But the tone of that is not my favorite tone. We've been doing for those of you who don't know, we've done like this sort of journey with rock and metal, since almost basically the start of the channel. And one of the things that we've always said is tone is so key. When I listen to Black Sabbath, that tone, you know what I'm saying? And I just feel like Sleep Token, they've done a really good job, again, with, like you said, Ryan, I agree with it, with sort of combining these different genres and making it make sense logically and rationally within the music, not just throwing shit at the wall. But they've kind of fallen in love with new school sound. I would like, if you're going to evolve it, I would like them to fall in love or at least try to experiment with some different tones. That would be my only thing, because I like this. Didn't like it as much as the Summoning and Ascensionism. I think that the melody was just at a different level. Just the notes that he was hitting on the Summoning especially was just a different level. But this is still good, and I just would like to hear like a different change in tone. But that's just a personal preference. Doesn't mean the execution wasn't good. Doesn't mean that I don't like the song. I think this is a good song from them. But that mechanical ding 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 ding, that new school shit that's been happening like the last 10 years or something like that has always been a struggle for me. That's why a lot of like, oh, why do you guys do a lot of new metal bands? Not new metal, not NU metal, but newer metal, right? Relatively recent bands that have been doing anything probably within the last 10 years. It's because that tone, I don't want to keep saying I don't like a song because the tone throws me off, no matter how well they're playing. So that'd be my only nitpicky thing. Okay. That electronic mechanical sound is just something that just never has appealed to me. But did they do it well? Absolutely. Am I anticipating the album even in Arcadia? Absolutely. Yeah, they have a way with, emergent genres. I love and I told Ryan, I think when you were speaking, Ryan, that saxophone at the end.
Yes.
So now we're talking jazz, if you will, you know what I mean, like jazz. Then they had the piano work in this was beautiful. Then we're talking maybe a little bit of R&B and pop, and then of course we have metal all merged in, and not to me sounding ridiculous, because you can easily make that sound ridiculous.
Exactly.
We've heard it. Yes, we have. That's an accomplishment, man. So salute to them. And I think there's a reason why these guys are making the noise they're making, man. They're making big noise for a reason, man. They're not just I understand that everything's not for everybody, but we got to recognize, I feel like we almost are obligated to recognize the talent, even if it's not for us. And we recognize the talent from Sleep Token. So give us the next joint that they release. We'll be happy to get to that. That's the end of the video. If you guys enjoyed it, hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Make sure you guys check us out on Patreon. It's a great way to support the channel. You can join Patreon. You can connect your Patreon to our Discord. There's a way to do that. We'll have instructions for you once you join our Patreon to do that. And then, you can just get involved with our community. We show up on Discord all the time, and we connect with our fans there. And you can join the poll system that we have set up on Discord to kind of get your favorite songs played. The information for all of that, again, will be in the description. I'm George. That's Ryan. Las Vegas. We out.